Hi,
Oh, hey.
what's your name?
My name's Isaac.
How are you today?
Doing pretty good, the rain is not my favorite, but we're going through it. We're getting through it.
And who inspired this outfit today?
Today, I would say I was inspired by the earth, the rain, the cool and gray sky. I wanted to do something that resembles that, so I decided to wear my favorite diesel shirt with these staple black pants, and then my new favorite Doc Martens.
And who's your favorite designer?
I would say my favorite designer is Anthony Vicareo. He designs for YSL. That's my favorite brand. I've just been loving all the new stuff he's been putting out recently in all his collections.
Have you ever been to a fashion show?
Sadly, I have not, but it's my dream to go to one day in New York City.
If you could go to one fashion show, which one would it be?
I would love to see a Vivienne Westwood fashion show just because of all the theatrics that they have in the fashion shows, or YSL because, once again, it is my favorite brand.
How did Vivienne Westwood's death affect you?
She was such a pioneer in the fashion industry. She really came together and pulled the punk and rocker aesthetics and really made them a very public and popular thing. And so with her death, I think it's like a very sad thing for the fashion community, but I think we could all rise up and then learn from it and learn how to be more like her going forward.
Wow, great answer. Are you wearing any Vivienne Westwood today?
Actually, I am not today, sadly. I do have this really cute Vivienne Westwood vest, but I didn't want it to get wet in the rain today, so I decided to go with a more simple look.
Speaking about weather, what's your favorite type of weather?
I would say windy, cloudy, gray skies, or super hot and dry and sunny.
Okay, on the topic of weather, what's your favorite outfit to wear on a hot day in the summer?
I would say I love a good swim trunk, obviously for the sun. I like to tan, and then my favorite accessory is always going to be sunglasses. I have a really big collection, and they're my favorite accessory to ever wear. I like to collect them also.
What kind of sunglasses are you wearing today?
Currently, I'm wearing my favorite YSL sunglasses. I got them last year, and I think they're really well because they fit my face, because I have kind of a round face, and these circular glasses really just fit my face perfectly.
And why would you say YSL is your favorite brand?
I really just like how simple yet clean and edgy it can be, and in addition to that, I like how it's mostly black, and I love a little black clothing. It's my favorite color, and I think it looks really good on my body.
When speaking about brands, what makes a brand your favorite and what makes a brand not your favorite?
I like when a brand has its own identity and you can really pick it out even if you don't see a label. And from that, what I don't like in a brand, and when it's all monogram, like Gucci, Gucci, Gucci everywhere, Louis Vuitton everywhere, I feel like it's a little too much sometimes.
So since we asked your favorite brand, what's your least favorite brand?
I would say my least favorite brand right now is Dolce & Gabbana. I just really don't like how floral it is and how they use so many pastel colors.
Since you're so into fashion, are you doing anything school-wise related to fashion?
Currently, I'm taking a fashion promotion class for the first time. I also just declared a fashion minor, so I'm really excited to deep dive more into that and learn more about the fashion industry.
And if you could have one job in fashion, what would you want it to be?
I would love to be a marketing manager for a luxury fashion brand, create campaigns, get models for the campaigns, and basically be like a creative director for the ads that we put out to buy for consumers.
And if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I would love to live in New York City. It's the fashion capital of the USA, and I think I would really learn a lot more being there. But if I could live anywhere internationally, I would love to be in Marrakesh, Morocco, because I think the style over there and the fabrics they use, the textures, are just really beautiful and creative, and they really show a different aesthetic than what I'm used to in the USA.
Have you ever been to New York City?
I have. I went last year to visit my friend Taryn, who's actually a model over in New York City, and I was able to go to casting parties and agency parties with her, and I thought it was really cool to meet all the different models and just see how they interact and how they are in the fashion industry.
Would you say that definitely helped your love for fashion, made it grow?
Yeah, I would say it did, because it really gave me my first experiences of what the fashion industry is like and how all those people work and how hard they work, and it really showed me that going forward, if I do want to work in the fashion industry, I'm really going to have to work hard and really put my time and effort and sweat equity to get what I want out of it.
So where are you from originally?
I'm from Tucson originally, and it is a little hard to be here and want to live and work in the fashion industry because there isn't much that the city has to offer. But I think moving forward in that, I will be able to get a good new experience in the fashion industry.
So you're from Tucson, and you went to New York.
Yeah.
And how would you say the fashion differs from New York and Tucson?
I would say it's different because in Tucson, there's Definitely the style here is based on the climate we live in. A lot of people don't layer clothing. We don't wear a lot of like vests, jackets, pants, turtleneck. We kind of wear the least amount of, not the least amount of clothing, but we try to wear clothing that will keep us not as hot in the sun. I feel like in New York, you're allowed to be more playful with your clothing, wear more things, and have more of a sense of style because in the climate over there, you're able to wear a lot of cool stuff.
Would you say that people here are more judgmental about your fashion than in New York?
I would say yes, because there's so many people in New York City that no one's really looking at you and what you wear and really caring about what you wear. They just let you express yourself. Whereas in Tucson, it is a smaller city, especially at the U of A, it's a smaller community. And so if you wear something super crazy, you might get a couple stares, but if you have the self-confidence, that should be no problem.
And you took me to this park.
Yes.
Why?
This is one of my favorite spots on campus. I really love people watching here and just sitting and being with my thoughts and being with the nature, the trees and the grass, the bushes. And I think that would actually help me a lot in the fashion industry, people watching, because you're able to see different kinds of styles and different people and what they look like and what they wear. And from that, I can get a new perspective, maybe new ideas going forward and how I create my outfits and express myself.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
You said you loved people watching. Would you say that you get your fashion sense from people around you, your friends, social media, celebrities?
I feel like I take a lot of inspiration from celebrities and people I do follow on Instagram. But then again, I also do get a lot of inspiration from the people I watch and am around. I'm able to see different styles. I'm able to ask people where they got their different shirts, pants, different accessories. And I think that's helped me a lot with gaining my own sense of style as well.
How did you become so confident in the way that you dress and how you express yourself?
I think it was mainly during the quarantine era of a couple years ago. That's when I was really able to start expressing myself and trying out new things, because in high school I was always scared that people would make fun of me if I wore a certain type of shirt or a certain type of pants. And then from being away from all those people during quarantine, I was able to dabble more into different aesthetics and different styles that really helped me show like what I like to wear and how I like to express myself through clothing.
In 3 words, describe your style.
I would say it is edgy, unique, and playful.
Just on those 3 words, where would you say your favorite store is to match those 3 words?
I would say to buy pieces that I like to wear a lot, to go out and take pictures in. Definitely Jaded London, because that store really exemplifies what I like to wear, my sense of style. Sort of edgy clothing, very trendy, very unique, and they're definitely staples pieces at a good price.
Jaded London is a little bit more on the pricier side. Would you say when you pay more, you get better quality clothes?
I would say yes, because you get the fabric and the kind of love and you need in the stitching and the clothing that you know is going to last a long time. But there's definitely other places such as ASOS that you can buy very cheap clothing that could also be good, but definitely those clothes do not last as long as like the other places.
You said you liked buying good quality clothing. Would you say that thrifting has good quality clothing?
Definitely, yeah. Thrifting is one of my favorite things to do. I really love in my outfits mixing vintage pieces with new pieces that I have just bought, and thrifting really allows me to do that.
Would you say you like more vintage clothes or more new clothes that come out?
Honestly, I would say I like more vintage clothing. Like I definitely love shopping at like consignment shops, just because I feel like vintage clothing for me has more of a sense of personality than new age clothing. Everyone can buy the new clothes that are coming out, but not everyone can get that special vintage piece you can find at a thrift shop.
Would you say that vintage shopping is easier or harder than just shopping online?
Definitely harder, because if you're looking for a specific clothing item or specific type of piece, you could take hours, days. You have to go to many stores to find it. But new shopping, you can like literally look it up online and you'll find it in like 10 seconds.
Love thrifting.
Yes, I do.
So your fashion clothes come in and out. So do you normally give them to thrift stores, throw them away, give them to friends, sell them online? What do you do when you're over a piece?
I definitely either give it to a friend, or I like to sell my clothes just to make some money back on it. I'll either sell it on a place like Depop, or I'll go to an actual thrift store and sell it there.
Is Depop one of your favorite stores to sell clothes on?
Definitely, because you can get it to a wider range of like audience and people and consumers. And in addition to that, some of my clothing items are a little funky, and then people from different cities like New York, LA, Miami, even maybe, they would love to buy it. And so it's a really easier place just to like not create so much waste in the world with this clothing.
Yeah, thrifting is a lot more sustainable. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it definitely is, but I don't like to thrift too much and take away from people who actually need the thrift stores to afford all their clothes, because I know that I can get clothes from other places and like that's not my only option.
All right, so we're at the end of this interview, and what is your general consensus on fashion? What would you like to leave this interview letting everyone know about your sense of style, fashion, and the world of fashion?
I think my general consensus on the fashion industry and as a whole is that everyone in it and people who are just starting into it, don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to play with different clothing items, different colors, different fabrics, different textures. I say do what looks best on you and what you feel most comfortable in, and then I feel like that would be the great way to express yourself.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.